Hello, Steven, and anybody else hanging out there? It looks like it's just him right now. And we were here for Tuesday night time at the bench, and it won't be real long because I'm having back spasms today. So when my back says no more sitting down in this chair for the night, then that's when we're going to end. Oops, somebody likes me. So we are working on this 68 Camaro. Can't like it. Hey Mike, how are you tonight? Yeah, I've got having back spasms today, but other than that, I'm okay. So when my back says no more, we'll close down for the night, but that'll be a little bit, I'm sure. So we are working on my uncle's 68 Camaro. Originally, this is not the exact color what he had. I have the right color, and I painted it, and I just didn't like it. It's actually the color I ended up using for the interior. I thought it was too green for what I remember his car being. It was, to me, his car seemed more blue than, and I know the camera's washing this out and making it really green, but let's see if I can, because it's in the lights, but it's here, let me try it this way, where I can. Oh, here it is. This is what color it's supposed to be, but it's just, in my eyes, it's too green. So I went with it for the interior, and I just went with Tester's Extreme Lacquer for the body itself. We have the vinyl top. It's taped off right now. It's basically 3/4 of the way finished. It has this black base on it, and once we get everything done and cleared on this one, we'll peel that off and we'll finish up the top. We'll have to do some creative masking. We may have to go back and dull coat it again after I clear coat it, because I'm gonna have to do the foil around the perimeter, so I'm gonna have to take the tape off for that. So we're just about to that point, but I don't have any. The hobby shop was out of bare metal foil, and that's all I got left. So we can't. I thought about masking and painting, spraying it with this AK Super Chrome, but that's a lot of work. Get all that stuff masked. So once I get the body ready to that point, which we're almost at, we'll kind of have to put this one aside until they get some in. If they don't get some in the next day or two, I'll just order it direct from bare metal foil. So with that, this car had a high-rise manifold with the 4-barrel and a velocity stack. I'm using the Chevelle Chevy engine from the Pro Street, which has dual high-rise 4 barrels, which we're making it as close as I can do. Hey Donnie, how are you doing tonight? So it's gonna have the dual 4 barrels and a velocity stack. We got spinning around on me. His had the doghouse scoop, so I get in our good old 67 Chevelle Pro Street kit. I took that scoop and then modified it to look more like a doghouse or mailbox, so whatever term you prefer to use for that type of scoop. And it is painted flat black. And again, once this is cleared, we can take the tape off of that, and it'll still be flat, while the rest of it's all extra glossy. So that's where we're at on that. He did have the leg pipes on his. So these are the ones out of the kit. I've got the chrome stripped off of them. Got them glued up, and we'll still have to spray those with the super chrome. And he also had ladder bars on his, traction bars, whatever you want to call them. I guess they're traction bars because they're solid. I got these out of the 68 Revell 68 Firebird kit. I've got like 3 of those kits, and I knew that they had those ladder or traction bars in there, so we put those on it, on those. And then finally, probably what we're going to work on mostly tonight is we're going to start detail painting out the chassis pan. I know this is a unibody, so technically this whole center section here should be the same color as the body, but I hate doing that. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look right. I mean, by the time every time I ever got under a car, it was either just all dirt colored or a grungy gray black. So we're just gonna dry brush some highlights in there. We'll probably pick out the frame and some stuff and parts and call that a day, because you never see this side of the car anyway. So that's where we are at on that build. I'm waiting on stuff to arrive for the Bonneville kit, so it's on hold. The 300C limo is a long-term project, so I set it aside because I got things I want to get done before Christmas, this being one of them. Here's the dash. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up. It turned out pretty well. Yeah, so this camera doesn't like being up close, and then the lighting is horrible too. Let me try to turn this one on. So we did the wood grain steering wheel, and we've got the gauges all done, and the steering, it looks pretty good, and it's all again in that blue. We got the chicken strap pieces, the end clamps are chromed out. We got the badge on the dash chromed out, the heater and the radio is all done up, all the headlight button. The only thing I didn't put on the dash that should be there would be, or it's not actually on the dash, on the steering column, is the turn signal indicator. These had the, this time, in case you didn't know, GM cars all had the ignition was still on the dash. They didn't have the locking steering column, the interlocking ignition to lock the steering wheel. So it wasn't until 69 when they went to the ignition switch on the steering column. Anyway, I'm starting to waffle already. I'm just getting started. So that's where we're at on that. And here, I'll see if I can see if it will play nice. It just doesn't like to focus. And we got our console done. We put the felt down for the carpeting on the floor. So this is the color that this car was, but I just didn't like it on the body. It's real close to what it looked like when I saw it, which would have been in like 78, 79. So it was like it had 10 years of oxidation on it. But because it was a turquoise blue was the color, I believe, the GM color on it. But in the model form, I just didn't like it on the body, so that's why we switched to the icy blue from Tester's Extreme Lacquer. But I did use it on the interior, which gives a nice contrast between the body and the interior. But it looks like it belongs. So that's because this did have the blue interior, but it was actually closer to the other way around. The interior was closer to that icy blue, and the body was closer to that I don't know what you would call it. They call it surf on the can. Anyway, so that's what we're at on that. Got a couple upcoming projects that just came in the door today. We'll start with this one. Hey Don, how you doing? And JB, how you tonight? I got this from the eBays. This is a kit that went through the hurricane. So this is all that's left of the box, but all the parts are here because obviously the water didn't hurt the plastic, but that's all that's left of the decal sheet. But that's okay because I did not buy it to build this charger. In fact, when I finally figure out that I'm done with the parts I need, I'll probably send this out to somebody who wants it, this body, and any of the parts left over to take to put this body together, because the reason I grabbed that, and it was perfect for me, because we are going to be doing this car. My brother asked me about if I could do it, and I found it. So we're going to be doing the Arnie the Farmer Brunswick's Boss Bird Firebird funny car, which takes this. I get this from Mike's Decals, the competition resin body, and it takes you use this Polar Lights kit, the chassis and whatnot, to fill this body. And in case you don't know, let's see here. Put this up. This is Arnie Beswick. That's what his car looked like. So it'll be a fairly easy paint job. I will have to have our good buddy Terry over at STS make me some decals for it. I just got to start measuring it out. Now that I have the body, I can start measuring. And I scour the internet for a bunch of good pictures of different angles of it so that I can get it done and have him do the decals for it. But this is a very clean. Anybody's never had a competition resin body, this is very clean, very straight. Basically, wash it once or twice in a little Dawn, and it's ready for primer. Well, you gotta clean out the window holes, but yeah. So that came in today. And then what else did I get today? So anyway, that's where this is all going to go into that, and then whatever's left over, I know the body for sure, and whatever body parts we will send on to somebody who can use them. All right, what else? What else? Where's it at? Oh, here it is. Also this week from Slicks, I got this kit I got from Mini Mac in the auction several months ago. I think this was in the first batch of stuff I got from him. Was this Monogram Pro Street or Pro Stock? The one difference Pro Street and Pro Stock from Revell is the amount of roll cage that's inside and the wing on the back. So we got this kit from him, which was complete. I mean, I think that most of it was still bagged up even. But again, let me get down here to the bottom. We're dealing with decals that are 28 years old, which you knew were no good, which I could get redone. But the real fun part would be trying to match the red of these decals to paint. So I was cruising the internet again, and then I found this one. This is the Grand Am one. It comes with both from Slicks. Here's a set of decals, the GM Goodwrench. That's the Grand Prix on that side. This side is this kit, the Firebird. So we were going to be doing this one. This is Warren Johnson. Warren Johnson Pro Stock Firebird. It's black and silver with red pinstripes, and the stripes over the top are silver. And you get really nice decals for it too, from the Slicks decals. You pull them out. These are the ones for the Grand Prix. which we're not using. Well, we may use them, but not on this project. And then here are the Firebird ones. The stripes are in a metallic silver, really nice. You can do 2 different versions of the Firebird on it with this set. So it's a really nice set of decals, and they weren't real expensive. About average, I think, like $20 or $24, I think, is what I paid for them. Not what you'd expect to pay for an aftermarket sheet, that a full size aftermarket sheet, I should say. So we're still waiting on our delivery from Model Car Garage, so that's got a couple of projects on hold. This will be one of those projects for during the next year when we start the getting ready for doing models for Acme, because dragsters, the 100 years of Mopar and dragsters are the theme for Acme for 2025. So this will be one of my Acme builds. Plus, I've got I still got to do the Revell Funny Car Nationals Chief Auto Parts car, and I'll have the Chief Auto Parts, and then I'll have the Revell Nationals car as a set for that. Also, so I'll have at least 3 drag cars there. Plus, I've got the Dart from the USEC build will go, and our local club show in March. Their theme build is the AMT 71 Demon. You can build it however you want to build it, but you have to include the instructions. So it's not really box stock, but box stock type build. So I've got that ordered because this week is the 40% Hobby Lobby sale. So I got it for $19 on Hobby Lobby. Ordered it online because I'm not had time to drive down to the city. And then I ordered another Nova kit so I could have parts, Pro Street Nova, and what else did I get? Oh, I got some more paints. Because over $50 is shipping. So when the kits are on sale, you either got to get 3 kits or 2 kits and some accessories to get you to the $50. Anyway, that's where we're at. And I'm probably just going to play around with this belly pan for a little bit tonight until my back says we're done. And that's what's going on. Let's see, all we really have is anybody saying hello to everybody in the chat. So I'll put the pin. I was going to say, I'm going to put the pin video until I took a muscles relaxing. Let me put I forgot to put the link into the chat. Let me copy that. We'll go over to here. And you can paste it there. There. And there we go. All right, we got that there. Let me get this going over here so I can see what's going on the big screen. All right. So that's where we're at. So I'm just going to play with this a little bit tonight. And I might work on the engine a little bit, detail it out. I'm not gonna wire this one or anything. Just gonna do a nice clean build on it, but I want to real detail paint it out and put a wash and stuff on it. All right. Let me recycle that. And I hope everybody's got great plans for Thursday for Turkey Day. I go to my cousin's house, and he does a deep fried turkey, which I'm not a big fan of, but I'll go and I'll eat it. I've got a turkey breast here in the ice box when I get home. Before I go Thursday, I'll probably cook that, and so I can have real turkey when I get back, because I'm not a big fan of the deep fried turkey. It just, to me, I never have liked it. All right, so Let us start on the chassis pan. My builds I tend to use a lot, especially for detail painting. I tend to use a lot of these folk art colors. You can get them in colors that you can't normally get. A lot of the other enamels and hobby focused, like car building or whatever, airplane building, ship building colors. It's hard to find some of them at a decent price. Where these are like $2 for a lifetime supply, and you can thin this down. I add when I thin it down for airbrushing, I'll add a regular clear to it, like a future or gauzy or something, so it makes it a little more durable. And you can spray it. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Makes it a little more durable for painting bodies or whatnot. If we're doing detail painting, it works just fine straight out of the bottle. I thin it a little bit. Yeah, I woke up this morning with back spasms, and they've been going on and off all day. I took one muscle relaxant, but if I take two, then it's going to be like me being shit-faced on a Saturday night. So we don't want to avoid that. Or want to avoid that. So I won't take another one until I absolutely have to. And then I'll go find myself to bed and lay on the heating pad or something to help make it go away. Nothing to me really makes it go away other than time. This is gunmetal gray metallic. I'm using here for the fuel tank. It's a good color for that type of thing, for the older metal tanks on the cars, especially when you put it over a black base, because it's metal looking but without being too shiny, especially if you put a black clear over the top of it. It's also a good color to paint for painting the cars. Painting I've done, it's been a long time. I don't even know where it's at. I gave it to my brother. I actually sprayed a car in this color, and it turned out pretty nice. That was back when I was using the Aztec airbrush with the little can of butane that you have propellant. It was a siphon feed, single action, no adjustment, just on or off. You got whatever the pressure was in the can, that's what you got. And yeah, it was just basically hosed the paint on. But it got me through till I was better. It reached the point where I knew I could do a better job with a better brush. But as far as learning, it was a good one to learn with. Try things out, I guess. And at the time, Badger had just come out with their line of airbrush ready paints, so I was using a lot of those. They were called AccuColor or Real Color, or I don't remember exactly what they were called. I finally threw the last of the bottles away a couple years ago because if they got too cold, or you got any kind of solvent, hey Marcy, any kind of solvent next to them, they just turned into a super ball like overnight. So if you accidentally dipped a brush in it that had a little mineral spirits or lacquer thinner or acetone on it from cleaning or something, it just instantly turned that whole jar into a super ball. So I don't even think they make that stuff anymore. I think Badger got out of the making paint business. Okay. Yeah, if you ordered it in the wintertime and it froze, like in the postage, it was be a super ball when you got it. I mean, it was when it was in. If you got it and it was in good shape when you got it, it worked well. But it was just so sensitive and easy to screw it up. But yeah, I ended up throwing the last 5 or 6 bottles I had of it away. 4 of them weren't never even opened. Okay. Give it the rear end. Let's see. No, I don't think I want it to be red. I think we'll just dry brush it. Okay. Cold white, which is, for some reason, my bottle of cold white is actually black. While I labeled my, got a, hey Matthew, how are you doing tonight? Good to have you here. I got just did an order recently from you. I got the wheels for my I picked them up at what you call it, at Acme. The wheels for the USAC build, and I got the what else did I buy? The back half, the Pro Street back half I got from you. That's an awesome deal there. I need to order some more stuff, but I got to wait for a couple weeks because I kind of blew my budget on stuff the last week or two. Cool. Yeah, I'm about 2 videos ahead on this Camaro, and the tutorial for the vinyl. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm doing a separate tutorial on doing the vinyl top. So the first video that is up. The second one is uploaded. If you remember, you've seen that already. If not, then you see it. It comes, I believe, tomorrow. Part 2. Vinyl top part 2. And then I'm also tacking them into the main videos for it. That's what we're at on those. I think, yeah, we'll do it. It'll make it show a little better. Yeah, I got. I know 1 is live. I think, and 2. I think 2 is. Let me look for sure. I know 1 is up on the top. Yeah, and part 1 is up. And part 2 goes live on the 27th, which is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. It goes live. If you remember, you can watch it now. And then on the, I think that's where we're at on that. And then part two of the Camaro build update, I think, was scheduled for. It's uploaded, but it's edited, but I haven't uploaded it yet. That's where I'm at. So I'll upload it, and it'll probably go live in a day or so. So that's where we're at on my videos. And that'll be, we're closing in on 700 videos for too long. Probably won't make it by the end of the year, but early next year we should hit 700. And we're just a hair under 1,500 subscribers. Once we do hit 1,500, we will we'll do something special for that. I'm trying to get something worked out with the my local hobby, semi-local hobby club, Mark Twain Hobby. They have a great website for ordering stuff, and they have gift cards, but the way their website is set up, you can't order on through the website and use their gift card, which is odd. They haven't got the bug worked out. So, because that was going to be what I was going to do at 1,000 was going to. That way, whoever won the drawing could just go on their website and pick out whatever they wanted. Whether than me pick out a kit that whoever won may not be interested in, or type thing, or pulling out 3 or 4 and say, here, pick one of these type thing. So as soon as they get that figured out, where they can, if not, I'll just probably send you the gift card anyway, and you'll just have to figure out what you want and then call them and do a phone order, because they can do it over the phone, they said. But that's probably what we're going to do for, once we hit 1,500, that's probably what we're going to do for the giveaway, is just you hate turkeys. Yeah. I like turkey, but I just don't like the deep fried turkey. I never have, I never will. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't like it. But we have ham at Christmas, so it's kind of Thanksgiving is turkey and Christmas is ham. At least that's the way it has always been. We may do something different this year. I don't know. As we go to Christmas at my brother's on Christmas Eve, and then I do something here on Christmas Day. Just cook for me and Mom and whoever happens to come over. Everybody else has got their family stuff to do on Christmas Day, so you don't see them, too many of them. So last year I just made a big pot of penne, Italian sausage penne with mushrooms and peppers and stuff in it, and whoever came over, and that's what they got to eat if they wanted anything to eat. Okay. I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing because I'm putting flat black over a gloss black. Cassie right now, but when it dries, it'll be a color variation, I guess is the word words I'm looking for. Okay. So there's that. Yeah, that's what I've got. I've just got a turkey breast that I'll either cook. I may cook it tomorrow and just have it in the fridge for the weekend. Because Thursday, yeah, we go to my cousin's house for Thanksgiving. We all do a big potluck there. Hey, Papa, how you doing? So yeah, that's my weekend plans anyhow. Oh, the turkey shoot, the Model Sanity podcast that starts Thursday night. So anybody who's interested in that should hop in on that. That starts at midnight and runs through Sunday night. And it's over on Discord. I could probably let me see if I can pull that link. If any of you are interested, let me see if I can pull that link up. You can also go to Facebook and go on to the Model Sanity Podcast page, and you can link yourself in. Let's see if I can find the link to it, if it has a link. For the room, it's not. It starts tomorrow night at midnight, I guess. There we go. There's the channel. There it is. Copy. So basically, that one is the Discord on it's on Discord. It's a live stream kind of thing. It's a just it's kind of like what we're doing here at StreamYard Room, but with the Discord, you can have as many people in as you want, and you can run as long as you want. It's a non-broadcast stream. Yeah, make mac and cheese. I like mac and cheese. Um, the good stuff, not the crap dinner that I don't like. Um, and it's basically you start at midnight on Thanksgiving, or on Wednesday night. I guess it was at 12 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day. You start, and then it runs through midnight on Sunday the 1st. And you can't have started. It's got to be a fresh box kit. No starting, no washing the parts, no nothing until it starts. Yeah, smoked turkey I like. Our smoker broke and I haven't got a new one, but where ours was, you could basically, it was outside, but it was like 2 steps out the door, out the basement door was where it's at. So you could go out and get it and start it, kick the burner on and throw the pellets in and wait for it to get ready to go. And then like go in the house and go back out and throw the whatever you were going to smoke in there and then leave it for however long you needed to leave it, or sop. I like to usually like to sop it a little bit, keep it nice and moist with some seasoned juices. Okay, let that dry a minute, for a minute. Put out some of this black here. This here black paint and put it on my transmission. And use it as panel liner and detailer. And brings out some of the details. I like this engine from the 67 Chevelle because it has the one thing, my big pet peeve on car kits, it has alternator bracket. Which is missing on so many kits these days. Or always, yes. So you don't have the anti-gravity alternator. First, you dry it out, then you grind it up, and then you roll it real tight in some papers, and you smoke it. And hopefully, it's not Labrador. Okay, let's have a detail. That drying, that brings out some of the details. I'm going to mute myself for just a second while I use the air gun so your eardrums don't get blown out. No, I don't put the stuffing in the turkey. Anything, I'll put a couple onions up in there, but I don't put it inside. I make it separate, separate. Now, I think the big thing I dislike about deep fried turkey is there's no drippings to make gravy out of, so you don't have that authentic turkey gravy to put on it. So I think that's probably maybe the main reason I dislike it. And of course, it could be purely psychological, because like the fact that I can't stand stuffed peppers, but I like everything in stuffed peppers. But when they're together as a unit, I can't stand it. You may wow finish your fourth model in 2023. Of course, before 2025 gets there, you might finish the 2023 model. Is that what you're saying? So I'm probably not showing up on the screen, but that's what you got to watch the videos for. I am kind of doing a New Year's this resolution early that I'm gonna starting with this build. I'm gonna try to do a few more tutorial style videos and builds, those techniques of how I did done do that type thing. But, people can do what I do or not do what I do. You know, call me stupid for the way I do it. You never know. So I just kind of show how I do some of this stuff, like the vinyl top, for example, and things along those lines. I always make it on don't make it on the outside because that seems to me like it kind of dries the bird out a little bit because it absorbs some too much of the juices from the turkey itself. But that's just me. Not that I won't eat it. I mean, it's like so he said I didn't get up to 430 pounds by turning stuff down. Like I do turn stuff down now, but While I'm doing that, you're not even going to see that side of the differential. Your fan club is bigger than Marcy's. That's more like a heat club, isn't it? I'm just teasing. Everybody likes Jeff, even though he's the bad Jeff. Let's go ahead and put this in. I did put shackles on, or pseudo shackles on here to kind of raise that. Oh, I've got a few, Marcy. I'm down to like, some people just join for 1 month, so I'll get like 6 or 7 1 month. Yeah, and JB's a member. I've got a couple. It helps a little bit, not a whole lot, but it does help. And you get to see the videos a day early. And I'm gonna start posting more picture type content on the membership page. Some of this, so you'll get to see some of the stills that go into the videos and stuff. All for the low price of 99 cents. So that YouTube can take their 30% and okay. Yes, I am. I haven't exactly picked what I'm going to do yet, but I am going to participate in the turkey shoot. I got to go into my stash and find something that I can do a reasonable job on in that 4 days allotted time. Well, I build models in 4 days all the time, so it's not a huge challenge for me. But yeah, I'm going to go find something to build for it. I don't know what I'm doing. I might do a plane or I don't have any boats back there right now. A plane or a car or something. I don't know. I'll find something that I'll be able to. I got a couple of the Firebird kits that I could probably build and get done in 4 days without any trouble. Yeah, so this one might take a little more than 4 days, but not much. But I've got the AMT NPC type kits. This one, I might do this one. The 77 Firebird, the NPC kit. I might do that one. I can do that fairly quick. It's not a super detailed kit. I do have some better wheels that I can put on it from Jay's Resin Wheels. Do kind of a hybrid or something out of that. It doesn't have the parts in it that match what mine had, because I had a formula, so it had the ram air, pseudo ram air scoops on the front instead of a shaker. But we'll see. We can do something. I may do this one in a purple. I got yeah, I might do that one as the fire grape. I think I've got purple paint here. I think I did. I think I have it. That purple paint. Yeah, this is probably what I'll do. I think I've got purple. Yep. Yep, I got me a can of Purplicious. So that's probably what we're going to do for turkey cute. The Firebird with the Purplicious paint. And I'll do a video. I'll do a intro video for it before tomorrow. After we get done tonight or in the morning tomorrow, I'll do it. And these won't show on camera either because of the cut. These are done in a metallic silver, like a foil, silver foil. Decals that'll fit that. So that's what we'll probably do. That's what we will do. That's executive decision. I always I had a 77 formula, and I always had the vision in my mind of calling it a fire grape, painting it purple, putting the silver eagle on the hood, cutting a shaker hole in it, so it might be like kind of like Ponch's on Chips. Closer to that, he had the ram air Firebird with the shaker scoop on it, ram air hood with a shaker scoop. I always thought that looked cool. And I wanted to do the same thing. I already had the fender flares on it for a Trans Am. A friend of mine had a Trans Am that he totaled out, and I went and harvested a bunch of parts from it before it went to the scrapyard. So I had the fender flares on it, and I had the shaker hood, shaker scoop. Actually, I had the hood itself was trash, so I couldn't salvage that, but I had the 4 fender flares, and I had the shaker for it. Yeah, the white would be. I've got a couple sets of those, so I may do one. I'd have to do the white. The white and the silver might get lost, because when I did the other one, the Pro Street one or Pro Stock one, it yeah, I'd do white pearl. That would be it. That would be a given. I bought the wrong stuff when I went to the hobby shop a couple of months ago and thought I was buying 3 cans of clear, and I bought 3 cans of the white lightning pearl. So I've got plenty of pearl around here, so I can make any color of pearl, because the white lightning is a clear with a white pearl in it. So you can silver out and pearl any color. Yeah. So now they're all marked. Like everything I've got that's clear now says clear on the label, on the can, on the lid. And all the white lightning say white lightning on them, so I don't intermix them. Later, Jeff. Yeah, I'd be afraid that the silver, that metallic silver, would just get lost in that white pearl, because it's too close to the same sheen and real close to the same color. I mean, if you hit it in the light, it'd almost be like a ghost image, I guess, because it would kind of, just when it caught the light properly, you would see it. But yeah, and even that one, I did the white and purple purple funny car, Pro Street. And I put the gold pinstripes between the white and the purple. The gold stripes kind of got lost in between the two colors. Yeah, that's fairly common. I don't think I've ever done a resin kit where I was able to use the kit's exhaust manifolds or headers. I either have to use the ones out of the kit or go through my parts and find ones that fit. And it's usually because they not enough room between the wheel wells, which could be cut out, or where the engine sits and it interferes with the front suspension cross member. That's the words. I'm not even sure if these are the kit parts, but I'm not using the kit engine. The kit engine is a whole lot smaller than this one. It's actually almost kind of anemic. These fit here, but the proof of concept will be once I put got the engine mounted, will I be able to fit these in the right place and have them work on the chassis. Yeah, I need to get some. I'm going to get some more 3D motors again. The same after we get past this month, I get paid again. I'll grab a couple 3D motors probably off of Matthew's website. I want to get a big block Chevy motor, and then I want to search around and look for some. I think Iceman has a big Pontiac, an LS 3 Deuce Pontiac, I think is what it is. So if I remember properly, that's available that he has. Because I'm going to do because I've got the 68 and 69 and the 72 GTOs yet to build. And the 72, yeah, you would pearl it before the decals, yeah. When I do if I want to do a white car with white pearl, I just use white primer, and then I just put the clear pearl straight over the white primer. The one I use from JPS, I got the LSX motor from him that I put in the 55 Bel Air. That one fit except for the exhaust manifolds, and I just pulled some different one out. Yeah, if you put the pearl on afterwards, yeah, it will turn it. It turns everything kind of a lighter shade. When I did the Mach 5, I used a Duplicolor diamond. I don't even know what the can is anymore. I'd have to go back and look. It was a diamond dust white or something. There was a white with the pearl in it, and it. Yeah, my brother has a filament printer, and he makes a lot of stuff with it. Eventually, I want to get the resin printer for if I want to get to the point where I start making my own wheels and motors and stuff. Yeah, I've got another one of those Mach 5s back there in the stash. That's one I want to revisit and improve on it, put better wheels on it, and detail it out a little bit. Because I always thought it was kind of odd that I think they did it to kind of match the movie rather than the body was definitely from the cartoon, but because it had all this turbine engine stuff in the trunk where Sprite on Chim Chim would be, it was that's where they had the engine at, which would be wrong. And so I when I did it last time, I just glued all that stuff shut and fixed all the seams so that you didn't even see it. That it was two separate parts. But I had to cut off the front of the chassis and attach it to attach it to the body to get it to fit, because that body was originally a slot car, and the chassis, body and chassis were for a slot car, and so they just kind of adapted it to make a kit. Hey, Jamie G, hop things up in the Great White North. In fact, when I was at Acme, was it 2 years ago, I picked up one of those Pontiac Banshees that I'm want to kind of try to convert into a pseudo GRX car from Speed Racer to put it next to the Mach 5. I want to redo the Mach 5 and do that one as a GRX. I wish somebody made the Shooting Star. I'd love to have a Shooting Star model kit. I keep looking for 3D printed ones or something to do, and I have never seen one that was worth getting. Oh, rain is better than snow. They're expecting us to have snow within a week or two here. We normally don't get any snow here any real snow until middle of January. But they're talking about us have a heavy winter here and snow coming in just in a week or so. It all depends on what the little fronts do, where they go through, whether we get rain or snow. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to do that, redo a new Mach 5 and do that Pontiac Banshee and do it as the GRX. Well, my brother, yeah, he has a filament printer, and he's turned it into a cool little business. He makes lighted signs that look like neon signs. He prints them and makes a light box for them and puts a strip LED in there and all that. It's really cool stuff, and he sells them for like 40 or $50 a piece, and he's got a waiting list of stuff to get done because he'll do just about anything. I don't mind snow except for when it's in mass amounts. Because I have a body built for winter time. Let's face it, I don't have a summer body. The 62 Falcon. Yeah, I think he's got one that's got like three. It can switch between 3 different colors or 4 different colors automatically. So it'll print one color, and when it's got to change, it like disconnects that filament and spooges everything out and starts a new one and spooges a little bit out and then continues on. See, I can even look at what his the stuff he's doing. Where is it? Yeah, he's on vacation this week. The brewery's closed for Thanksgiving. Okay, StreamYard. Present. Share screen. Facebook tab. Yes. And these are like 18 inches by 18 inches in size, and they're lighted. These are the ones he's done for various people. He did that one for my brother. But depending on the size, yeah, that's where he works at Turbulence Brewery. That's why he made that one. But depending on the size, he bases the price on charge or whether or not you want to put your own lights in it or not. I think the basic one is like $35 for the lit one, and then it's like 30 without the lights, and then the bigger ones if he has to make them in multi-piece and glue them together, then the price goes up. But then he can make almost unlimited size. Yeah. And here's the ones that Pontiac motor that I'm going to be getting from Iceman when I do my next order. It's an LS 3 deuced with holly carbs for like the 68 and 69. I'm gonna do them as a resto mod. That'd be cool. They're only like $20 from him, from Joel. And then he has hey Cliff. He also makes a race version of the 68 GTO nose without the flip up headlights. So I'll probably get those when I do the AMT 68 GTO. My goal is after starting out the first year, to do more tutorials, and I'm going to finish out my GTO collection. I think you got most of them, Cliff. Like you, yeah, smash the like button. He's been printing for about 4 or 5 years. He's also started doing the where he can take prints in the white filament. He takes a photograph and makes a 3D image of it, and then so that it just looks like a flat white plate when it's not lit, but when you light it from behind, depending on the thickness, it turns it into a photograph. It's really cool. He did my mom a bunch of pictures of her and my dad. That way, and you put the little LED light behind it, and it lights up. So what I should do is buy him he's already set up, but we're at his house. So I should buy him the resin printer and just send him files. Say, hey, print this, print that. Let him use it the rest of the time for stuff that he wants to do. Use it for whatever. Okay, that's dry. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. I'm gonna do some Tamiya panel liner on there to dull down some of the dry brushing. Kind of faded into the black. The thing I'll tell you to watch with this is an enamel, so you don't want to put it over enamel. It will reactivate the paint, but this is lacquer and acrylic, so it works just fine that way. The other bottle out. This one's just about empty. Yeah, I don't mind it for some stuff, the filaments, PLA stuff. But it's just not suited for a lot. Some things it's not really suited well for. I mean, this one, this was a filament print. And it took about, I probably sanded on it for about 4 days. It probably has about 6 coats of filler primer on it, all sanded back to get it done. Now it's smooth, it's ready for paint. Whereas the resin print would not have been nearly as much work. But the file still would have been printed in the same number of parts and stuff on a resin printer. I know Kenny just got one of the brand new large bed 12K resin printer, so he can start printing larger 3D figures. I probably don't need anything nearly that big. I'm kind of watching the marketplace, see if one comes across on marketplace or something as a used one. It's not a place at all I'm going to use it for is print the wheels, the set of wheels, or a set of engine. It's like a few small detail parts. I'm never going to be printing full bodies and all that stuff. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I know enough people who have one that if I really need a file, really need something printed in particular, I can get somebody will be willing to do it. If the file, or if I pay for the file and send it to them, they'll print me a set because then they've got the file for free basically. Mute you again for a second. All right, Donnie. Yeah, I mean it's getting to the point where you can get a small resin 3D printer for like $200. If you look around and say the people that are upgrading to the bigger ones are selling their smaller ones. You say, God, when I get one, I won't need anything with a print bed any bigger than what it would take to print a set of wheels on. Set of wheels or an engine. Or if I had to print in two sections, it wouldn't be too bad. Move this out of the way. Throw these here. Got it. Gotta spray those with some super chrome, let them dry. Where are you? There you are. My cocktail stick forest out here. So I have a place to put them. There's one 1 and 2. Okay. My airbrush hose has a leak in it, so it kind of has a mind of its own sometimes. All right, we're gonna do the super chrome. If you've never used it, is super, as it said, super chrome. It's super easy to use it. Airbrush it right out of the bottle. You can clean up your airbrush or whatever. You can brush paint it right out of the bottle, or use for small stuff. You can dip a cocktail stick in it and put it right on the model. It's an alcohol ink, so it dries fairly quickly. I usually try to give it a day or two before I either attempt to do anything with it after it's been painted. But after, like, something that's might have a lot of handling to it or rubbing, I will put some gauzy or some future or something like that over the top of it after it's set up, just to protect the finish. But see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this in frame. Yeah, we should be able to. That's literally just that quick. I don't really need about. I'm using such low pressure that I don't really need to worry about it getting anywhere or needing an extractor for it. Because it's not really aerosolizing very much. There we go. And it's just that simple. When you airbrush it, it dries in like seconds. So it's technically it's already dry, but I will leave it overnight to harden up, make sure it's good and set. And I'll probably, since those are on an area of the car where you're going to be grabbing a lot, I will put some future on those. And then to clean it up, all it takes is, they do sell cleaner for it, but all it is alcohol. And what I'll usually do is just pour a little alcohol in my cup afterwards. Flush it just a little bit, and all that chrome actually will show. I'm going to do it this way. All the chrome, all floats to the top. So it's showing red because the inside of the cup is red. But all the chrome stuff that makes it chrome floats to the top. So I can just actually back flush it just a hair. I can stick my paper towel down on the top, and all the chrome stuff will stick to the paper towel. No, I did not. You don't. If you want it to be super chromy, you want to spray it over black gloss black base coat. That was the color of the plastic, which was a dark blue. But I spray it right over my resin wheels or whatever without pre-blackifying them. Or if I'm doing like small stuff. Well, this doesn't take hardly any time at all. Basically, I'll put it in and then I'll back flush it and then I'll suck up the silver off the top of setting it in the paper towel. And when I pour a little bit of alcohol into the brush, and none of that silver stuff comes back. Yeah, it's not. It's about $30. I think the first time I bought it, about like $25. Last time when it first came out, I think they were selling it on sale a little bit. A lot of places. This time it was $35, but it's for was it 60 mil? Yeah, 60 milliliter size. So that's like twice as much as you get from the Molotov. If you buy the Molotov Chrome, which is another alcohol ink, it's like $30 for 30 milliliters. So this you can brush paint it. You can airbrush it straight out of the bottle. Anything you want to do with it. We turn the air up on that a little bit to blow that out. There we go. I got a filter in there, but I throw this on there anyway, just a piece of paper towel just to make sure I'm not aerosolizing it out of the can. Okay, that's all there is to it. That's ready. That's done. Ready to go. Yeah, but for the price, the Super Chrome is hard to beat. Saying it's almost goof proof. Goof proof. Goof proof. And so it just cleans up with IPA. Back on the I won't say it won't show, but on the engine, on the valve cover, last night I actually got a big glue booger on it. So after I had to sand it off, I had to go back and redo it with the chrome, and I just put it on with a brush, and you can't tell the difference between it and the kit chrome. So yeah, it's good stuff, and it's not nearly as stinky as Alclad either, which is I also like. Okay, where are we at? We are at 7:30. We're going about another half hour, since nobody else is wanting to come in and play. And I'm just about to where I need to be for tonight. Not a whole lot left to do. Where is the let me see, the drive shaft is gonna fit with the engine, and if I need to make a new one. That's the only kind of beef I have with some of these old AMT kits is the even though this one has a separate rear end and stuff. Yeah, a lot of the parts seem like for the drive shaft and the engine and the transmission seem to be undersized for them. Those GTO kits, looks like there's got a Briggs and Stratton motor. If you use the kit motor, it looks like there's a Briggs and Stratton in there. It's just swallowed up by the engine compartment. Yeah, see, this one is too long. It looks like it's too long. I hear too long. Let's see. Get it cleaned up. Let's see if it'll fit. All right, so I go, everybody. Yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving. If Brian doesn't do a live on Friday night, I may do one if I'm not in the Turkey Shoot Discord stream. If he does, I might go on his for a while. And after next Tuesday, I may suspend doing the Tuesday nights until after the holidays, because I got a lot of crap going. Everybody's got a lot of crap going on between now and the end of the year. Because our Christmas club Christmas party is the second Tuesday of December, so I wouldn't be there. And the next one, they're right up against Christmas on the what's the third one? I don't know what Christmas is this year. What day? December. Come on, you can do it. Ping, ping. Somebody likes me. Facebook. December. Yeah, so there's one. There's Christmas Eve is the 24th, which is a Tuesday, so we won't be on then. So it just leaves the 17th. New Year's Eve, we'll probably do a New Year's Eve one. That's on a Tuesday, just for giggles, and we'll try to run through the end of the year to New Year's Eve. So it'll be late night. We probably won't start it until late on Tuesday, so we can run through New Year's. Yeah, so we do one on the 3rd. We may do one on the 17th, but we'll see if I've done everything going that evening. I have a doctor's appointment that day, so I may not be feeling that great. They may take a gallon of blood out of me again. But then coming back, say starting New Year's Eve and ongoing again, we'll be back for now to regular till. Hey Edward, how you doing? Well, at least through January, because in February is when my subscription to StreamYard runs out, and I switched down. Either got to switch down to the free version or find another hosting site. So we'll see how that goes, one way or the other. Some people are using Streamlabs, and I've downloaded the OSB, but it's got a little bit of a learning curve on it for me anyway, and to where we can have the live chat and guests and all that stuff. And I mean, StreamYard does exactly what I want it to do, but I can't afford to pay $400 a year. Just cannot do it. Not because I get approximately $120 a year is what I get for being monetized on YouTube. So it was half of what. So that covered half of the cost of StreamYard. But now I'm bumping it up to $400 and something for the year, from $240 to $400 and something, $430. I just can't do it. But we'll still be here. I'll find another hosting site, or we'll drop down. If we drop down to the free, the big difference is I can only have 6 people in the stream. I'm limited to 20 hours a month, and look, I have to do 720 for everything. Right now, you're seeing me in 1080. Of course, YouTube is going to buffer it back down to 720, but still, it's a clearer picture than when it starts at 720. So that's the big difference. If I can find something, another hosting site that works the way this one does, well. I kind of miss the old Google Plus one, because it was free and it did exactly what StreamYard does. You could have 10 guests. You could the only limited here was that you can only do I'm not going anywhere near a store for the rest of this week. Unless I need something like milk or that would be the only thing I would need, be like some milk or some bananas, because my mom loves bananas, so I have to go buy her bananas a couple times a week. I think if I drill that out, that we won't have to make a new drive shaft. I might still make one just to beef it up, because it looks awful puny for this car. Yes, I won't go to the store for the rest of this week through like next Monday for anything other than like running to the grocery store to pick up a gallon of milk or some eggs, or well, I've got eggs, so I probably wouldn't need those, but bananas from my mom or something, anything like that. Would pretty much be all that I would be going for. Okay, so that will work. Let's see if we can make it beef here. See if I've got see what I got tubing wise. That was too big. Basically be the same, a little bit larger. So we can make a ooh. Yeah, you want to have those brakes. That's kind of an important thing to have. They are kind of important. Well, I've got a jar of corn in my ice box, so I'm not anywhere for the amount that I drink. Yeah, I'm not in any danger of running out of alcohol anytime soon. The quart jar that lasts me about 9 months to a year. Hey Jess, how you doing? Long time no smell. How you liking your job? Hey Lewis, how you doing? Ooh, I need to get some better storage out around here. Oh geez. You had to do that once. It was not fun. Well, I had to go about like a quarter mile from home, and I went and hit the brakes, and the pedal just went to the floor, and I barely slowed down. I had to use the emergency brake to stop at the junction, and then yeah, I kind of used engine braking at the house, and then used the emergency brake when I got home, and had to come. I went ahead and had the tow truck come pick it up. I didn't even want to drive it down the hill to the service station to get it repaired. I had called the tow truck to come pick it up, take it down there. It apparently had ruptured ruptured a brake line somewhere along the way home that night, and he had no fluid left in the system. He had some. I probably could have dumped some into the cylinder and pumped them up and get enough fluid. Oh, now you're the one getting crop tested. Good thing I like you guys. Otherwise, I'd be doing this with the Dremel and blowing your eardrums out. So, I'm doing it with the razor saw. Of course, the Dremel would take about 2 seconds, so it went over quick. Yeah, you said that. I think you said it last night that he was at his sister's house. Andrew was at his sister's house. Yeah. Well, my car is not 30 yet, but it's getting close. It's what is it? 15 years old. But I hardly ever drive it anymore because every time I go anywhere, I'm taking mom somewhere. So when I go over there, I just grab her car and take her in hers because it's a much newer, much nicer. That way I can spend her gas money instead of mine when I'm taking her somewhere. Okay, I need to, where's my drill? And open it up. Yeah, well, I can't help it. My God, when I'm 70, 80 years old, I feel I have the right to part wherever I want without anybody putting their panties in a wad. Okay. My cousin has worked at a retirement home for like 40 years now. She loved it, and my aunt did too. She worked, well, she wasn't a retirement home. She was at worked at a hospital home for mentally challenged people. She worked there back as long as I can remember. She worked there. She loved it, loved that job. In fact, her and my uncle actually adopted one of the kids, one of Down's kids out of the hospital and gave her a long good life. She's still around. She kind of wished that she could adopt more of them, but that's all she could do was one. Oh yeah, you're back. Yeah, it's kind of a slow night tonight, so we were. So it's. I think it's just that time of the year. Well, this one is too small. Oh, I have to cut another one. The next size up. That one's the same size. Yes. You can either file down that one or file down the plastic parts or cut a bigger tube. I'll just cut a bigger tube. It's just as easy. Yes, and my cousin loves it. She's actually now, she started there as a nurse's assistant when she was like 20, 21 years old. And now she manages the place. Yeah, well, that's kind of, it just happens. I mean, Brenda, who's a mortician, says they call that angel lust because technically, way it works, that naturally would fill up with blood and be stiff, but your muscles constrict the blood flow to keep it soft. And once you pass, then those muscles aren't working anymore, so it tends to fill up, and they call it angel lust. Yep, he's back. He said he was leaving, but I guess he's still here. I was gonna do this later, but I can do it now, I guess. To propose an idea for those that can and will be willing to participate. Do kind of a secret Santa thing. Pick out somebody young or someone that you know that could would really appreciate getting a kit or something small, and just send it to them as a secret Santa. No, no strings attached. Just something. Or if you have your, you have a kid in your local club or something, just hit them up with a kit or something. We keep this hobby going and get, or somebody that you know that's maybe can't afford to buy kits or something in the spirit of the season. Anyway, yeah. So 116. My grandmother was like 106 when she died, but I have to say that the last 10 years were not good. I mean, she would have probably had a better life if she'd have died at like 96 than 106. Those last 10 years were not for her. Were not pleasant. Were not good. Were not fulfilling. I mean, I guess being alive is somewhat better than being gone, but She definitely did not have those last 10 years were definitely not a good life. She was basically in a home in a bed just because she had to have round the clock medical care, and because she had a stroke when she was like 90 and she couldn't walk, she could barely talk. Uh, hey Leon, trying to figure out your last project of the year. Yeah, I've got this Camaro will get finished. Oh, we'll do the one for the turkey trot. That'll get done. And probably maybe one more. That'll probably do it for the year. And then we'll start out guns blasting on in January. Just because of the fact that you've got to go so much places and do. Yeah, I mean, we all know somebody like just for example, Andrew, who would just go nuts to get a package with a kid in it for Christmas from Secret Santa. Not that I'm saying everybody should send Andrew a kit. I mean, but you all know a kid like that, or an older person who would enjoy building something, even if it's a snap kit, something for them to do. Eldest resident 103. Yeah, well, yes, she was 106, but say from the time she was 96, she was basically in the home because she had to have the round the clock medical care. And there were no such things as the home health nurses and whatnot. Yeah, Andrew just goes to Lewis's hobby shop, but yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not saying just Andrew exactly, but we all know a kid that would just go nuts for having to get a kit, or I know Andrew likes doing puzzles or stuff like that. He talked about the other night. Something to stimulate their mind, get them going, or say a snap kit to some kid. We all know one. Hey Juan, how are you doing tonight? I know I sent Andrew I kind of had the idea when I sent him that kit for his birthday that you could tell that he was excited to get it, and I sent him a build, one of my builds, and he would probably come in tonight, but he said he's out, and he's out with his sister's, and he's bowling, which sounds kind of fun too. I always like to bowl, but our bowling alley mysteriously burnt down on New Year's Eve about 10 years ago, and it was never rebuilt. I kind of think that somebody owed money to somebody, and they were looking after the insurance money payout. Yeah, I say my aunt did uh, was worked at the home for the mentally disabled kids, and my cousin has worked at a nursing home for years, and they both loved it. No, I think it's just a feeling that knowing that you're making their lives a little better is is the enjoyment that comes from that. And the Cruising USA series of kits. No, I don't have any of those. Yeah, no, he is excited to talk to us and hang out with us. But I say we all know a kid like Andrew uh, in your neighborhood or in your church, or that would just go nuts over having a snap kit or something from a Secret Santa. And that's kind of why I got this kit started. Yeah, it's just a nice thing to do to people who really would appreciate it. I mean, I know I got nieces and nephews that you could give them whatever, and they wouldn't appreciate it because they've never been in need, or which is a good thing, I guess. But it's just that time of year we kind of get that feeling for our heart to grow 2 sizes. I know we got a kid at the church that he has, and actually I have a nephew who has Downs. That I don't know how long Be Right Back for Snail is. It could be a while. It could be a minute. It could be Crackers in danger. You never know. Just hang out just a little bit. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, it's not that he wants to be with you, but I guess he's old enough to make his decisions. So if that's what he wants, that's cool. Hey Chuck, how you doing tonight? Yeah, I say I brought it up because I just today I picked up in my stash. I pulled out a snap kit that I'm going to give to a young man at our church that a special needs kid that would just go nuts to get it. You get a kid to build, to play with, and whatnot. The better when spring gets here. We haven't got the winter yet. You still got 3 weeks before winter starts. 4 weeks. Set there, leave that. Okay. Scale Rider Collective, how are you doing tonight? Catching up on my chat, catch up here. It's running way behind on my other side. There we go. Okay. Cartoon Network NASCAR kits. That sounds cool. I haven't seen those. Okay. Yeah, I saw that Ravel is, let me move the camera just a hair. They're re-releasing this kit as the Stranger Things car. There's a 3-in-1 with the stock hood, just basically the same kit. So you should be able to not have to pay a boatload of money for this kit anymore. It's the exact same 3-in-1 kit, just different packaging. So that's probably the next kit that I'm going to look to buy, is like another one of these, so I can build one for my cousin whose dad this Camaro was. The other one he had was a 70s Z28. Hopefully, I haven't looked real close at the when they do the new version that they include. Where are they at here? That they do the orange stripe so that you can do a black car. This one that just got the color to do. You don't have the color, the decal stripes to do the black car. You need the orange. This has got a brown, gold, and a blue on it. That's muscle bound and stuff. I'm not gonna use it. Z Street. I'm not interested in those, but yeah, because his was a black one with the orange, reddish orange Z stripes on it. You definitely get in this kit. You definitely get a good supply of tires. I'll tell you that. Tell you what. So you get the 3 hoods. You get the stock one. I think you get 3 hoods. I know in the new kit you get 3 hoods. Yeah, there's a Z28 hood. There's a cutout hood. Nope, I don't see the 3rd hood. So this one, I guess this one does not come with a 3 hood, but the new one does. With the flat hood. So I'm looking forward to that one to come out. So hopefully it comes with the orange stripe so we can do the black one. I don't have to look online and see if I can find some. Or have STS make a set. Yeah, I'm sure the new decals will be worlds better than that one because they've Revell definitely upped their game on decals over the years. Almost everything you now look at the link you posted. Oh, Ray's, does Ray have those orange ones? Yeah, I'll keep those in mind when the kit comes out. If they don't have the orange ones in there. Let me actually bookmark that page. I know he does a lot of the Pontiac ones too. Because I wouldn't mind getting one of the new Revell big ones of the Firebird, the 80s Firebird, and then I know they did like the 79 one. Was it AMT? The 116 Firebird. Way back when I couldn't afford to buy one. Hey Serge, how you doing tonight? Well, with decals is that a lot of them don't age well, especially the older monogram and Revell ones. They don't age well. The glue that they used on that paper goes bad. Oh, sorry, Chuck. I didn't see you there. And there's Papa. Hey, Papa. Chuck.
What's up?
Hey guys, if you want, Bob, I'm right on his thing. I can bring it up and show you pretty much everything he's got. It'd be easy enough. Give me a second.
Raise? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he does a lot of Pontiac stuff, so I usually look on there when I'm looking for Pontiac decals.
Yeah, he's got. I really like. Where are they? You got this one, but they had a blue. This one right here.
Yeah,
But I mean,
That
you
looks
look.
pretty cool.
It's almost even a bin tag for the side of the door.
yep.
Let me get back here. This you know, I haven't even seen this yet. I don't even know if that's still up there yet. Okay. There you go, Mike. You got everything but the one I want for the Javelin. I mean, let me see, where are your Pontiacs?
I'll be back in just a minute.
I mean, the 76 Firebird formula. I've always liked them decals.
Uh huh. See, I had a 77 formula, and it did the stripe. Some of them had that stripe, and some had a different one.
See, now you learn things like the W50 package, whatever the hell that was supposed to be, or the Z31, like a certain Chevelle Malibu.
See, mine had the stripe, kind of like the Starsky and Hutch car. It went over the roof. It was a three-tone, white, light blue, dark blue. Because my car was a dark blue, that Bahama blue or whatever, and it had the dark that went over the roof and down both sides, like the Starsky and Hutch car. And then all the lettering was done in the same three-tone colors.
Of course, you got multiple iterations of the Fire Chicken.
Yeah.
Again, I love the blue and white one, and the one with this one right here as well.
The black and red. Yeah, I've done that a couple.
I'll go just to the Firebirds. Again, it's going to be depending on what set you want, how big they are.
Yeah. He does short prints too, so it might be a while.
It comes out every 4 months or something like that,
Yeah.
if I remember correct. And they're all either printed in Italy or Switzerland. I can't remember which one.
They're probably done by Cartograph in Italy. They're like the premier decal printer is Cartograph.
Yeah. So you know they're going to be.
Yeah, they're gonna be good. But even Revell now they're using Cartograph decals, and they kicked it up. Or they're getting most kits are getting decals for all the instrument cluster, and that Jaguar kit had every conceivable decal that you could want. Even had decals for the fan belts.
And that's what I like about the Rays kits. When I was talking to the first time I came across them, and I've shared it with a couple of different friends. If you're going to do an opening door, or what you get a kit that has an opening door, you got the tag to put on the side of the door. As they say, the devil's in the detail. I mean, underhood markings and stuff like that, which.
Yeah, I got a couple of decal sets that even have the window sticker for it. For the doing a new factory stock showroom car. I had the window sticker to go on.
Well, I was watching one of Tim Brown's videos. I got to start doing a thing for you, binge watching, because I'll literally put my TV on and just, if I got to go out for 12 hours or whatever, just keep repeating the same playlist. So it pushes up the algorithm. But I was watching Tim Brown's video one day, and he said, well, make suggestions. And I was like, what? You know, something I've never seen on a model inspection sticker, new or the old style. Mind you, it'd be hard as hell to see, but.
Yeah, well, it'd be different for every state, too. I got a couple that have bin stickers on the dash, bin decals on the dash.
Somebody was in our chat one night talking about doing some of them, but I can't remember.
Scale Rider, you can just go down the list of people in the chat, and you can you can click on their name, and there'll be a drop down that says go to channel, and you can click on that and you go right to their channel and see what they got anything.
Kevin's a better builder technically. Oh, there's
a lot of us.
Got that Camaro.
Yep. That's that monogram Camaro. I just filled in T-tops.
Cool. And so they're re-releasing that kit. I'm kind of wanting to see what they. I know apparently they're adding the third hood. I don't know if they're doing anything else to the tooling or not.
Oops, gotta do it the opposite way.
Because the Stranger Things Camaro didn't have a flat hood.
Putting in the dipstick.
Hey, don't
That's
talk
about as
about
far
my
as I
family
got.
that way.
What's that?
Don't talk about my family that way.
Yeah. Like I said there in chat, what I'm called is depend upon who you're talking to at what time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scale Rider Mini Mike has a secondary channel where they do the AMC show on. So if you're not subscribed to that, you might want to jump on that, Mike. If you want to put a link to your AMC channel in the chat, so you can find that.
And also, all I got to do is put the radiator support and wheels on. That's done. I know, Chuck. Hold on. Don't have a heart attack on me. And then I just got to finish
It's okay. I got a good heart.
Was Jess at work or something?
No, she might be, but she works at a nursing home now instead of Target. Your crackers are now marked safe from Jess.
If I see cat crackers on butt height, I don't buy them. Kevin Smith, how old? You're in your late 60s, are you not, Kevin?
There we go. There's the automotive model cars podcast page. So if you're not subscribed to that, everybody get onto that one. I haven't watched last week's yet. I wasn't home, but I know you did that live build last week. And I'm assuming you're not on this week because of the Turkey Day. Speaking of which, anybody besides me going to be on the turkey shoot build on Discord for the Modeling Insanity podcast group build?
No, I'm not allowed on Discord. I'm not one of the popular kids, damn it, Bob. Thought we discussed this already.
I need them let anybody on Discord.
That's being smart, Alec, in a G-rated way for once.
They let anybody in. It's like the Wild Wild West over Discord. You can do it pretty much anything you want.
And yes, Chuck, I will be on 1 o'clock tomorrow. Welcome back, Jim. And Jim, it has to be just a regular kit wrapped in Christmas wrapping. You bring it in, you show them, you put it on the thing, and they give you a number. And then, for all you know, you could end up with your own kit back. Oh, I gotta go on Thanksgiving to my boss's house.
Cool. Yes, I'm gonna join in on it. It should be fun. I like doing those quick builds, live stream builds with people hanging out. Kind
of like a mini 24-hour build, or?
Yeah, well, it starts tomorrow night at midnight, or Thursday at midnight, 12 a.m. your time. It runs through midnight on Sunday.
I know what time midnight is, Bob. Just because
it could be confused because midnight on Thursday versus midnight on 12 a.m. on Thursday is 24 hours apart.
Oh, let me rephrase that. Just because I hang out in Cliff Republic doesn't mean I'm foolish like him. Does that sound better?
Yeah, so it's 12 a.m. on Thursday through 12 a.m. on Monday. It's 4 days. They have to start with a brand unstarted, uncleaned on anything kit.
You know, the amazement part, this Camaro's only been going for 2 months. That's got to be one of the quickest builds in my history since I've been a kid. I know, Bob, you'd have 3 done by the time I get 1 done.
3, probably more like 6
or 8. You were a kid?
Yeah, I've actually all I gotta do is put the radiator sport in. The one and only radiator hose I gave it, and the wheels. That's it.
Well, it's like this time of year when things start winding down for me. And the only reason I started this Camaro was because it was my uncle's, and I'm going to give it to my cousin for a Christmas present. This is the car he had.
Almost a Carolina blue.
His was the turquoise, but when I painted the body, I didn't like it. I mean, it's the same color his car was, but it just didn't look good on the body. So I went to this the Tester's icy blue instead. I did the interior in that color, but see, this is not going to show it. I just didn't like it. The color on
It
the
looks
body.
like a very dull color.
Well, it's duller there because I've done washes on it. But yeah, that's they call it this one they call surf. I've got another one of these because I'm probably going to build a second one for myself. And I ordered Testers has a turquoise. I'm going to see how that looks on there.
Yeah, you don't want to come attempting to shoot me. Because I'm pretty sure what I have sitting under my desk will take care of any of that problem.
And then I've got to start probably next. Start on this Polar Lights chassis for the Boss Bird. Which is this should be a cool build.
Competition resin makes some unbelievably great bodies.
Yeah. I'm gonna get started. My brother wants a build of this car, so I ain't gonna get it done by Christmas. But
A lot of great resin builders out there, but the two I found best are Competition Resin and Too Many Projects. Robert Burns Jr. Oh.
Yeah, I've looked at his stuff, and it seems to be it's kind of out of my price range.
Yeah, it's a little thick compared to normal, but you know, with the right equipment, you can shave it down. So
yeah, he wanted this Boss Bird, so that's I got to get with Terry to get decals made for it.
did you see Slick does them? I think Slick may.
No, they don't. I looked if they're to do. They're not in production right now. I got this one from Mike's. I mean, it's Competition Resin, but I got it through Mike's decals for the body, and it's ready to go. I mean, it's ready. Wash it, and clean out the windows, and it's ready. It's ready for primer.
You don't. The great thing is you don't have. I don't know from back then. I'm not a big drag racing knowledgeable guy, but a lot of them did. They just had a solid piece of plastic in there or fiberglass for a rear window.
I'll look at some of the pictures. I think that may be the way this one is. It may be just blacked out. I have to look at some more pictures of this car. I know Arnie Burnswood drove primarily Pontiacs, and he switched between. He started with Firebirds and then went to PTOs later on.
Arnie, the farmer Biswick. Where'd the hell Chuck go now?
I'm right here.
He's there.
Oh. Only show. I was gonna say I'm so used to being the lead guy, you know, doing things that it screwed me up. I forgot. It only shows that people backstage to you.
I haven't kicked myself out yet.
The nice
Give me
young.
time.
Hey, I've done that multiple times during my own live stream. So
I try to go to chat to see what's going on in chat, and the leave button is right next to it. I've hit the leave button few too many times.
And then from Minnie's Model Auctions, King Bob Free is coupon code. I bought this a while back. I bought this what you call it, the Pro Stock
Oh, yeah.
Firebird.
Yep.
and the decals in it were shot. But even if I got new ones printed, I knew that would be a hard time to try and match the red. So I found that
Yeah, I got the other Firebird of that one.
Slicks
I can't think what it is right now.
does the Warren Johnson decals for that car, the black and silver Mr. Goodwrench, a Goodwrench service. What we're going to be doing this one for Acme.
That's a Rebel kit, right?
Yep. Well, yeah, Rebel. It's monogram technically, but yeah. And it's also that also came with the Grand Prix set, Warren Johnson's Grand Prix decals too, so you could do the Grand Prix or the Firebird. And those are from Slicks. That's what I got in this week. And then and when I get the
oh, so you got no, it ain't the Iacone one because that was.
This is Warren Johnson.
Trying to find your information, Chuck.
And
the Jags Olds.
It was the one I had with that was the White Lightning Firebird.
Oh, okay. See, there was a. God, I'm trying to think of that. There's here. Let me.
Yeah, I had two of the STS ones, the monogram and the Revell one, which is the same kit. And then I don't remember what the other one was. I mean, box wise, I made it into that purple Firebird, but
yeah, Chuck. Let me post this in here.
And then our local club here, or one of the local clubs, the one that has that Midwest Model Vehicle Association, their spring theme for their show is the 71 Demon kit. You can do whatever you want with it, but you got to start with that 78 new AMT 71 Demon kit.
Yeah, this one will give you a full history on that. It started out with right here Morrison, and then it went to Frank Iacone, then the Mean and Nasty. The White Lightning Pro Stock, which is the blue and white one Chuck was just talking about. Then
that's the one that my other one was. Yeah, the decals were shot on it. I've got the decals here, but they were trashed. I didn't even.
The STP came with two different box art ones.
Yeah, well, one was a monogram, one was a Revell boxing.
Yep.
The same car, just one was boxed for monogram, one was boxed for Revell. I've got both of them.
Yep, and it came across as the Pennzoil one as well.
And there's a boatload. You can find the kits, and there's a boatload of aftermarket decals for that car to change it to whatever you want almost. Yeah, the Pennzoil one.
Yep, that's the Pennzoil one.
And there are also little kits, guys. If you find one, pick at a show or something, pick it up at a decent price. It builds an awesome car.
Warren Johnson Oldsmobile.
Cool.
I got the camera set up right now. I ain't got much room there.
Yeah, we've seen Chuck's hobby shop before. Just saying. Oh, God. Of course, they had to have the highways around here and town roads closed down due to icy rain. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, Lewis, I have no idea what they do with the subs. It seems like I get 28 new ones every month, but my number stays the same. They tell me about every month I get between 28 and 30 new subs, but my number stays at 1480.
Just remember, Bob, the artificial intelligence being put in by stupid people.
That's like a dummy working on a smartphone.
Bingo.
I don't even worry about it anymore. I said when we finally do break 1,500, I'll do a gift card giveaway for Mark Twain Hobby. You'll have to call in the order, but instead of using the website because they're not set up to do that for some odd reason. But
I gotta dip out. I'll be
all right.
Bye, Jeff.
And I haven't seen the videos on this car. We're doing a separate tutorial for the vinyl top
There you go.
installation on it, and those videos will be rolled into the regular video too. But we're kind of breaking them out. They're like 2, 3, 4 minute videos of each step that as we go through doing the way I do vinyl tops. Everybody else does it different than what I do, because I do it all with paint.
Right, you do the stippling.
Yeah, I can never get the tape, but using the tape method to get it to lay down smooth. I always have a feeling like it's going to peel up over time. So, but I know people have done it, and they actually make pre-made vinyl tape type stuff that you can put on by.
There used to be a paint out that had a texture to it that they sold as vinyl top. I can't remember who it was that made it.
I know Jeff has some of it, so like the sticker stuff that goes on. It's a vinyl top for model cars. But I never had luck with any of that kind of stuff. I just paint them.
Yeah.
Doing just the paint.
Oh, I got one supposed to be interior vinyl type, and it made a mess of the interior I used it on. Or I made a mess of it, or
If I still have the pictures are here or not. I might have moved them to the other computer. Yes, I did. I moved them to the other computer. Let's check and see if I put them on. If I put them in the air file or the regular file. I don't remember. No, I put them on the. I did not put them in the cloud. Yeah, so I'm doing short little videos on each step as I went along. I'm almost ready to point to peel that back off, but I want to get a clear coat on here, and then I want to put do the foil, and then I'll have to go back and re-dull coat or satin, put a satin on the top because it'll be shiny because I have to peel this off to put the foil on. If I got it again, and our hobby shop is out, and this is all the foil I got left. Got enough to do about two door handles, and that's it. I went to pick some up, and they did not have any. If they don't get any by next week, I'll just get online and order some. Oh yeah, fill up styrofoam cup with lacquer thinner. That would be fun. Of course, in my younger pyro days, I can't even say that on YouTube anymore. I don't think we used to mix styrofoam cups in lacquer thinner to make like a napalm type stuff. That was back in the play stupid game, win stupid prizes era of my life. Okay, but yeah, other than that, I'm kind of got this one until I get the foil. It's kind of at a stopping point. I got the interior done. Got the chassis basically done. And I need the foil to finish going further on the body. So, with the holidays, I probably won't say I won't do a whole lot more for till the end of the year. I got the USAC build is done. I don't have the parts for the Bonneville yet. I'll do the ANT Trans Am for the Turkey Trot.
I thought that was military only.
Not that I know of. Maybe.
Oh,
if it is, all right. If it is, I'll switch. But I've never seen anything that said military only.
Okay, well, I thought I heard that from somebody. I didn't check it out myself, but
Well, if it is, I've got plenty of planes and stuff back there. I can switch on the fly. I'll go back and read it later, but I'm pretty sure it's That's this direction for that kit.
I had Discord and nothing was on it, and took and got rid of it. Now it sounds like everything else is getting on there.
Well, it's it's kind of like one of the few spots that are left that's still wild west. They don't really
Okay.
monitor what you're doing and enforce silly rules. But they do own the site, so they get to make the rules. But
yeah.
yeah, so if that's what it is, I've got pretty much everything, every genre back there, except I don't have any tanks. But that's about the only thing I don't have.
I got some tanks. I got some boats. I got some planes. I got a half track. I can't remember. There's a bunch of stuff back there. I got it figured that someday I might want to do some of it, so I've been hanging on to it for forever.
Yeah, I'm looking now. There's another guy that's going to do a car. I see he's doing a car, so I think it's whatever you want. I mean, they are kind of
Okay.
military focused on the model insanity, but I think you can do whatever you want. There's a plane. People showing what they're doing. There's the desk guy doing a Death Star. I think it's whatever you want to build.
Uh-huh.
What's that one? That one is M4 Quad Maxim anti-aircraft machine gun. There's a guy doing a mobile canteen van, which is the mobile World War One mobile kitchen. There's one that looks like he's doing a Godzilla. Oh yeah, I think it's pretty much anything you want to build. Airplanes, I see sci-fi stuff. Yeah, there's
Now,
calendar.
do they have like a Facebook site or something that they're
Yeah,
also
they have
doing?
there's a Model Insanity podcast Facebook page, but the live streams are going to be on Discord.
Uh, Discord's just sound, right? There's no video to it.
Oh, you can do video.
Oh, okay. Then that's changed since I was on it.
It doesn't show when if you go and log into it.
Uh,
It doesn't show video, but when you actually log into the chat or whatever, there's an option to turn your camera on and you can run
I
run
might have to look
video.
into downloading it again.
Yeah, it says do something out of your comfort zone. Is what
Okay, that's probably where I got that. It was military stuff.
they're kind of military centered, but it's like build something out of your comfort zone. There's really nothing out of my comfort zone other than big ships, and there's no way I could do a big ship in 4 days.
Nothing
So,
out of the comfort zone, just stuff I haven't done yet.
yeah, I mean, I've done figures, I've done tanks, I've done sci-fi, I've done planes, trains, automobiles. But the only thing I haven't done is those little, the little gaming figures type stuff. But that's the same as doing figures.
Right.
The machinacry stuff and that just nothing that interested me. In fact, they've even got some Bandai Star Wars kits back there, like Darth Vader and Boba Fett and stuff like that. That are snap kits. I could do with them in an hour.
Yeah, I got. I think the Boba Fett, the one that was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I think they're. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I'll tell you what we get.
Yeah, it's like that. It's basically, yeah, it's Zoom without recording. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, Warhammer stuff. Yeah, Warhammer. That's I never got into that. One thing I always kind of like that I don't see much of anymore. Uh, Gilbert Mondragon did like it's been probably almost 10 years ago now. Would take kind of do a post-apocalyptic version, take like a Spitfire or a Mustang and turn it into a car, like a post-apocalyptic car. Those were really cool. I might have a picture of one of those here in my archives. Those were cool. Pictures. File E, drive E, pictures. Where is CBC?
Yeah, the ones I got is from Bandai. I got the Mandalorian. What is this from? Flame is Transformers Starscream.
Yeah, I've got the Optimus Prime of those. I built it. It's kind of cool.
I got the Bumblebee as well out of that series. And then Bandai again, I got the Boba Fett. Well, maybe I'll throw one of them together on it.
Here we go. Present. Share screen. Window. Yeah, he was doing these a lot for a while. Like turning an aircraft into like a post-apocalyptic car.
Oh, okay. That looks pretty cool.
That was a BF 109 there, and that was this one back here. I think it was a Spitfire.
Uh-huh.
Actually, that one was a Mustang. Looking at it closer, that was Mustang. Yeah.
Now, are those 1/32 scale or are they
The 148 is what it says on the.
1/48? Oh, okay.
It says 148 on the little card underneath of them.
Huh. Batmobile.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Cool idea.
Yeah.
I always meaning
Yep.
to do one of those over time and never got around to it.
I was thinking 1/32 scale because you got planes and you got cars that are in the same scale there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could use a lot of 1/32 scale or 1/35 scale armored parts like for wheels and stuff and use the 32nd or the 48th body too. So, I mean, it's all
Right.
scratch. It's all kit bash stuff anyway. Yeah, that was kind of a thing back that I saw several of them back in the mid 2015, 2016, and it's kind of faded out, I guess. Yeah, but I'm not into like the miniature figures like the Warhammer and those figures. I just never. In fact, at the show, I don't think I had those on here. The TigerCon show, there was a whole. No, I don't have TigerCon on here on this computer. They were the person did like 50 or 60 had showed a little 30 or 55 millimeter. Were they 55 millimeter? No, they were smaller than that. They were like 35 millimeter Star Wars figures for gaming. And I couldn't even take pictures of them. They were so small. I couldn't see the Yeah, it's not doing too bad right now. That's why we're still here. But when I get done, I will definitely take a muscle relaxer and go to bed.
In a bit of pain tonight.
I've had muscle spasms all day long. It's like
Uh,
every 45 minutes, it's like it wrenches my back, and it's like,
oh yeah.
and I can take two muscle relaxers at once, but if I do, then I'm like, it's like I had a half a bottle of Jack. I get kind of loopy.
Yeah.
So
I've never been there before.
I mean, I always was a fun drunk, so that's not the problem. I just don't want to be under the influence on the live stream. Even though it might make for a more interesting live stream.
They've had me on pain management since 2011, and there's times I just go through spasms, and it's like nothing takes them, gets rid of them. But
No, it does.
luckily, it's been a while since it's been that bad.
I just take muscle relaxant and a couple Tylenols, and I lay on a heating pad until it
Yep.
kind of goes away. That's about all I can do. I can get in the shower. I get in the shower, put the hot water running on my back. That'll temporarily relieve it. If it gets really bad in the middle of the night, that's what I'll do. Is I'll get up and get in a hot shower for a couple of minutes and let the heat.
Curiosity got the best of me. I had to take and open up the Bubba Fett there and take a look at it.
Yeah, they're kind of like posable action figures. They look cool. I've got a couple of them. You got to do a lot. You can do a lot of detail painting on it. Hey, Boston. Yeah, I know my arthritis flares up at this time of year a lot when the weather kicks in, but the muscle spasms are primarily because of the arthritis. The nerves get pinched in my back, and my muscles go nuts.
It's been about 10 years now. They said that my back is pretty well settled out where it's at. I haven't done any more damage to it since then.
Yeah, they'll probably
to their conductivity test. I love them things.
Yeah, Medicare only paid for a CT scan on my back like every 2 years, so I got another 14, 15 months before they can do another one. See if it's gotten any worse.
Mine's on workers' comp, and they're along the same line. You only get so much so often.
Yeah. Seems like every time I go, the doctor wants to do an A1C test on me for the diabetes, and they'll want to pay for one every 6 months.
Yeah.
So
I went into a non-narcotic pain management because I got CDL and my job depended upon the CDL. So I couldn't, I can't be doing narcotics when I'm driving around with the 20-ton truck loaded with salt.
You can't be taking Percocet or anything like that.
No. And the pain management, it doesn't take all the pain away, but it makes it to where I can at least manage myself.
Yeah. Makes it somewhat tolerable. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I can got it to a tolerable level right now.
Right.
Other than when I have a flare up like I have been having today, I can live with it.
Yeah, I feel for you, man. I know it's no fun when I get them.
Yeah, basically, it feels like my rib cage is trying to fold in on itself. That's what it feels like.
Wow.
Because the muscles are right right above my kidneys, right at the base of the ribs, and when they start, that's what it feels like. So like the two ends of my ribs on the sides are trying to come together.
Now, what I did was I actually moved the nerve where it comes out of the spinal cord to where it's up against the cartilage in the back now. And when the weather's right or whatever, it runs through me. Doctor goes, yeah, you're one of them guys that can take it tell tell when the weather's going to change.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can tell you 2 days before it snows around here. Because I have three discs that are basically gone. And so when a nerve gets pinched in there, then it's a new version of pain every time.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't
Hanging
mind
down
it
to you.
because I kind of like it. As long as we don't get like ice. That's what we have problems with here is ice. But we usually don't get a good snow until January. We may get snow anywhere from the end of September on, but we usually don't get nothing.
We've been pretty mild around here the last bunch of years here. Normally, we're one of them places that gets buried every year.
Yeah. Well, you get a lot of lake effect snow up there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm. If you ever heard about it with the snow in the wintertime, a place called Tug Hill in New York. I'm just off of the side of Tug Hill, and we get nailed with the snow here. But like I said, the last bunch of years it's just been mild. We haven't gotten crap for snow.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know that from
I'm
when I
not
was
complaining.
young to now, it's a lot. My temperature here is a lot milder because we used to be able to ice skate and play hockey every year on the ponds, and
Oh yeah, there's a
and it's,
a couple of shallower lakes around here. Used to be able to take cars out on them. I wouldn't even
yeah,
try that nowadays.
yeah, it just seems that we don't get the cold that we used to get.
Yep.
Yeah, our farm
Well,
pond used to freeze up, and have about like 18 inches of ice on it when I was a
yep.
kid. And in fact, the city here in the park, they took out their ice rink and changed it into a volleyball court because it hasn't been cold enough long enough for even the 2 inches of water they would put in it to freeze solid to skate on it.
In the city of Syracuse, they took it. They got a skating rink, ice skating rink,
Uh-huh.
and they ended up taking it's an outdoors place, and they ended up having to put refrigerant in there because it wasn't freezing up.
Yeah, so here what they just basically took us out the size of two basketball courts, a concrete pad, and they put a 4-inch slip around it, and with a drain and a valve they could turn off, and in the winter they would fill it up with water and it would freeze
Right.
skating. But the last 10 years it never got cold enough long enough for it to freeze to skate on, so they jackhammered it up and put sand in there and made sand volleyball courts out of it. Yeah, it just seems that it doesn't. I mean, like, I know weather goes through cycles, but it seems like, yeah. I know when we were kids that way. January and half of February, you couldn't keep us in the house because we were out on the ice
Right.
all day, every day if we weren't in school. But yeah, nowadays it doesn't freeze up around here at all. Hardly.
Right. They're saying we're supposed to get it worse this year than we have in a long time, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I remember as a kid, though, going out and trick or treating and being knee deep in the snow.
Yeah. When I was like really young, we lived in Wyoming and they didn't have trick or treating because the snow was you're already buried in. You would go to school and just have everybody would donate candy to the school, and the school would have a little dance party thing and give out the candy there because you couldn't go door to door because of the snow. But yeah, Dad would park from probably about 2 weeks before Christmas until mid February. The car wouldn't move unless absolutely necessary. we went to the grocery store. You took the snow machine with a little sled behind it, put your groceries on, and all that kind of stuff. Anywhere you went in town, you went on the snow machine.
Right. Say that meteoroid that hit Russia there a bunch of years back shifted the Earth on its axis. And
It could
I don't
be.
know if that has something to do with it or what, but
Because I live basically 10 miles from where the glacier stopped in the last ice age.
what?
Where the
Oh, the
glacier
last.
ended,
Okay, yeah,
I mean, you can
yep,
literally be driving up the highway, and I could tell people who haven't been around before as we go up there, tell them you are now leaving the Ozark Mountain and entering the glacial plain. You pop up on a ridge, and it's flat prairies
right,
from hill country to flat, just that quick.
right.
So I
Yeah, here
used to be cold here.
the Finger Lakes that they got here where I'm at. That's actually
Uh-huh.
south of me here. Uh, those there were formed by the glaciers back in the Ice Age.
Yeah, you can literally see a demarcation line where the glaciers stop because everything north of it is flat, perfectly flat,
Right.
being ground
Yep.
down by the glaciers.
That's the way it is here. Where I'm at is fairly flat. Now you get uh 40 miles south of where I'm at. That's where the hills start. You either got to go south or you got to go west. Or no, not west, east. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we didn't really have too many commercials with showing cars handling well in the snow because of course back then when I was a kid you could still run studded snow tires. They're not allowed here no more.
Yeah, we still got studded snow tires, but you're not supposed to put them on. I think December 1st, and then you have to have them off in April.
Yeah, we can't have them here at all no more. Of course, talking about driving in the weather. I mean, everybody here knows how to do it. I mean, a few people go in the ditch,
Oh,
but uh, when I used to travel for my job, I'd go down to like Atlanta, and they would get like a heavy frost, and there'd be freaking interstates shut down.
yeah. When I lived in Atlanta, got a dust and a snow overnight. Got up in the morning and had the radio on and said the whole city of Atlanta was closed down.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
called my boss and I go, "Hey, the whole city's closed down. What do you want me to do here?" He goes, "You're from New York. You know how to drive this shit. Get in here." I was the only person working that day.
yeah, yeah. Well, they got no equipment either to handle it, so they get a
Right.
little bit of ice or snow, they got nowhere to get rid of it.
Well,
But yeah,
they're in
they know how
Atlanta.
to
I mean,
drive it.
by noon it was gone.
Yeah. So when I was the last time I was down there, wasn't much more than a heavy frost,
Right.
and they had all the highways shut down and everything.
I was down there. I bought a '76 Camaro and when I got it, it had bald tires on the back. Well, yeah, I'm going from one interstate. Actually, it's from 85 to 285 in Atlanta down there, and it's a long sweeping curve around there. Well, it was raining, took in the back end, kicked out on me, and I took and rode it all the way around there. The guy that was with me, the vinyl on the dash would come up, and it's got a lip in the beginning of the dash that folds up under. He actually pulled the vinyl out from that dash because of the way we went around the corner.
Yeah, and completely opposite way around when I Yeah, this is the one you want. Even
That
the
the
bare
ultra
metal
cold?
foil, the new improved chrome.
No, okay.
Uh, yeah, the older stuff didn't want to stick too well. And then they go to
Yeah,
that
I got.
exact opposite. Like 2 months later, I did a show in DC. We got 14 inches of snow overnight, and it didn't even slow anything down. The only thing slowed down was the 20 minutes it took to shovel your car out to get out of the parking lot of the hotel I was in.
I used up the older stuff I got, but I used the adhesive
Uh-huh.
on it as well.
I haven't had any trouble. It was like 2 or 3, maybe closer to 5 years ago. It seemed like there was a batch that had bad glue on it. But since then, I've never had an issue. I had like one sheet that was like that, wouldn't stick to nothing. And that's what I did. I just used the white glue on it, put the white glue down, glued that on, and then. But the newer stuff, I had no problem. So I went to the hobby shop the other day, and all the thing they had gold, they had aluminum, and they had the black chrome.
Yeah, I didn't care for the black or the gold. Look at the black; it just flicked off of it. Get that out of the way there.
Yeah, the DOT slicks.
What was that now?
Oh, they're talking about slick tires,
Oh, okay.
not bald racing slicks, and it says cheater slicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had any problem since I got the ones that now come in it comes in the Ziploc bag, and instead of the envelope, and then it has what used to be the envelope is now a fold out piece of paper that it goes in. I've not had any trouble with that ever since. But right now, I can't. The hobby shop didn't have any, so I'm gonna have to get online and order some. Probably tomorrow, I guess I'll get online and order it, and I'll have it Monday or Tuesday next week.
Yeah, tomorrow I got to take a run over to the hobby shop, see if they got any of that leveling thinner in.
If not, Sprue Brothers has it.
Okay.
I got 2 bottles of it ordered in from them. I live close to them, so they're like 3-hour drive, so it takes like 2 days to get it. But yeah, they do have it in stock at Sprue Brothers.
Yeah, I'm down to less than a half a bottle here.
Yeah, I was talking to the owner of the hobby shop where I get the bare metal and stuff from, because I wanted some. I went in last time to get some, and he says that he has a hard time getting anything. They're having difficulty importing. Gunsy is having trouble importing that stuff, and they import. Gunsy imports almost all that Mr. Hobby and almost any of the Asian made paint products all come through Gunsy into the U.S. and they're having trouble getting it. And then I don't know what's going to happen with this tariff thing, if we're even going to be able to afford to get it afterwards. So I bought 2 bottles, 2 of the big bottles. I figured that'll keep me busy for a year or so. Yeah, I go through my paint supplies pretty well quick enough that I don't have any. Since the last time I had paints that really went bad was when I had the Badger paints, the model Flex line that went bad.
I got a bottle of that Styrex or whatever the hell it was there.
The Stynylrez, yeah.
Stynylrez, that's it.
Yeah.
But I really didn't care for that as a primer though. Usually when I prime it something, I use the Autoborn sealers.
Yeah.
And I just use that as a primer.
I started using the Badger stuff when I first started airbrushing, and they had a lot of the colors I wanted, and it was acrylic, so I could paint it in the house without a booth, and it was all right. If you got anywhere near like if you dip the brush in it that had been cleaned before with like a paint thinner on it, it would turn that bottle into a super ball just in an instant. Or if you cleaned your airbrush the last time with a lacquer cleaner or something, and you put that in there, it would lock it up tight. So I quit using it, and I just finally threw it away because it was so old.
Yeah, I took it. I noticed that with the acrylics, if you put any lacquer in there, it just gums right up.
Yeah, it just
I
turns
actually used the washer fluid for your car. I think, and I used that for cleaning out the lacquer or the acrylic stuff.
Yeah, Kevin, I use if I'm going to spray it right now, I'm using the super chrome. I don't know if you were here when I sprayed these earlier this evening. These my side pipes for the Camaro in
It's that
the AK super chrome.
the AK Super Chrome. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. That looks pretty good. I might have to try some of that.
It is really nice, Chuck. If you if you ever use like the Molotov ink through your airbrush or anything, it's the same thing. Except that I think it's probably easier than using the Molotov. And it's cheaper too.
Yeah, I've been using Alclad, but I'm going to have to get some more here shortly. And I ain't been having good luck finding it around here lately.
Yeah, I would grab a bottle of super chrome if you can find one and try it. It's about $30 for a 60 ml bottle, but that I've been using my first 60 ml bottle for almost 2 years now, and I still haven't run out. It's close. It's down to about the halfway through the K on the AK logo, and I picked up another one last time I was there. One thing I'll say, you don't need to. They sell a cleaner. You don't need it. It's just IPA alcohol.
Okay.
It just cleans up with the IPA just fine.
Yep.
But yeah, you can brush paint it. You can airbrush it. You do get a little better result on chrome if you do over chrome black base. But you can spray it straight over anything, and it'll still. In fact, when I do 3D the resin wheels, if I want an aluminum look to them, I just spray it right over the resin. No primer, no nothing. And you get that kind of polished aluminum, like for the slotted mags and stuff like that. It looks just like so. I've not, and to me, apparently, it's come out with a metal tape, but I'm hearing mixed reviews on that.
I got some from someplace. I wanted to try it instead of the bare metal foil, and it was too thick. It's not the duct tape that you use on your heating and air conditioning.
Yeah.
It was sold as an alternative bare metal foil, but when I tried it, it was like too thick.
To me, it sells it as a chrome tape, I think is what they call it. And you get like 2 sheets of it. But I'm seeing
I know it wasn't
some people like it and some don't. But I know I've had good luck with bare metal foil, so I kind of stick with it. If it's something I can spray with the AK, then I spray it. Or if something you want to brush paint, you can brush paint. Like when I did the console there with the AK, I just brush painted it. Same for the dash. I just put it on with the brush. Excuse me. Or the green stuff world, I believe, is pretty much the same thing as the AK, but it does a really good job. And if I need for like something where I would use like an Alclad, I like the AK Extreme Metal better than the Alclad too. Seem to get better results with it, and it's not as stinky. It's still stinky, but it's not as bad. Yeah, I mean that's what By the time, like for this one, by the time I would mask it to spray it with the super chrome, I could have had it boiled. So I'll just wait until I get it. Some small things like the door handles and the door locks, I will use the super chrome one because I can just brush it on. But here, let me just go ahead. I'll have to retape it anyway. Go ahead and peel this. So I'm gonna have to put new on anyhow. I'm gonna have to take it off to put the foil on when I get it. So let's peel it. Show you where it's at right now. Yeah, the only brand before, and I've used HVAC tape. I've used that before, and I've used just regular bare metal foil. I've never tried any other brands to know if it's suitable or not. The HVAC tape is good for doing like a lot of your muscles cars in the 60s and early 70s, like would have a chrome strip all across the bottom of them. It's good for, I like it for that kind of thing. It doesn't, to me, it does. I can't get it to do around the, or if I'm doing an airplane, I'm doing a bare metal foil airplane, if you're cutting out and doing individual panels. But yeah, I've never used any of the other ones. Not that I'm opposed to it, I just haven't used them. I guess with the modern world economy, you can do that because I just kind of grew up on using whatever they had the hobby shop stock. And as a kid, it was whatever. It was all testers and ammo little jars because that's all you got from the 5 and dime that had the model kits in town.
Yep. Took in that and Pectera we used to get around here.
Yeah.
And they're not around anymore, I don't think.
Somewhere. I mean, I still have some. I got some tape from them a while back. I don't remember. Could have just been old stock. It was the vinyl tape.
I still see bottles of the paint around every so often at car shows, but usually it's something that's ages old and you don't know if it's going to be any good when you open it.
Yeah. Which one is it? This one? No, it's this one. It was like a one mil Pactra tape that I've got, that I found it somewhere and I bought it. I just got it stuck in a Tamiya holder, but it's nice for having doing some of the finer lines. It was before I discovered washi tape, so.
I got a couple rolls of that washi tape, black and I think red. I thought it might be good for like doing seats and stuff, or the black for doing belts. Real thin, so I don't know if it'd be.
It's the same as stuff as Tamiya tape.
Yeah.
I just buy it. I buy it like here. You just get an assortment of colors because I'm using this masking tape, so it doesn't matter what color it is.
Right.
And you can get it all different widths and different lengths. And the one box they don't have available on Amazon anymore that I used to get was 5 millimeter. Each roll was 10 yards, and you got 20 rolls for like $24. So it's basically 24 of these for 20 bucks, or $24. And that holder is probably 10 years old because I would just keep changing out the tape and putting. That's kind of what we're gonna. Let me blow this up. Oh, I already was blowed up. Never mind. Blow up my other screen. Okay. There we go. That's basically what our body's gonna look like. So I gotta do more work on the top. It's just got the primer and the flat coat on it right now.
Looks good. It's gonna stand out nice on there.
Yeah, that's what his car had. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Camaros with vinyl tops, but in the last two theme builds I've done, people who had them had vinyl tops on them. Oh, you don't want to do that. That hurts. I've grumbled my finger before. It's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
At least it's over quick. That's the only thing I can say for it. It's over quick. Yeah.
Hey, hope you have a happy Thanksgiving too there, Edward.
Yeah.
Eat the big bird.
Yeah, you can find that a lot of times at Walmart too. You can get the washi tape in a bunch of different patterns, zebra prints, and all kinds of stuff. You can do all kinds of wild interiors with it. Do your seat inserts and all kinds of stuff with it.
I got some of the Scale Motorsports. They got the upholstery decals.
Yep.
But I haven't tried any of them yet.
SDS has some too, I do believe. I've had some kits that had it come in there too, but yeah, if you go by in the craft section at Walmart, they got the washi tape, and there's also they have duct tape that's like that too. But I wouldn't probably use the duct tape. You can get the washi tape with all kinds of different patterns on it.
Duct tape, you take and leave it on for a while, it comes off and then leaves the residue behind.
Dummy, yeah. Or the washi tape doesn't, because washi tape is sold for crafting.
Right.
In this box, when I bought it, they sent 2 complimentary rolls, and this one has different, say, because they want you to order. This one has different. I'll see if I even focus on it.
Love with love.
And it says all different. As you go down the tape, it says different stuff. Just for you. Happy days. Because you can get it that way, and then they sent this one has. You can get the stuff in any width. This one's got triangles and circles on it. And so I've seen it with zebra stripes and tiger stripes and all kinds of plaid patterns. And so you just go like a craft, Michael's or Hobby Lobby or even Walmart has it.
Oh, every time I go into one of the craft stores or the Hobby Lobby or anything, I always look around because I never know what I'm going to find that I can use.
Right. It can be used for something else.
Right.
I mean, my UV resin that I use for putting in windshields and making headlights and stuff, that's for making jewelry. I got it from Michael's. Just make sure you get the hard type, not the soft. They make 2 different kinds.
That's something I've looked at, but I haven't tried yet.
Let's see. In fact, I don't know how a camera will pick it up, but this AMT Camaro has the chrome molded headlights.
Right.
So I just put some of that UV resin on top and then cured it out.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It takes away it gives it some depth that you would expect to see in the windshield. And also the lights here suck for what I'm trying to do, but did the same thing for the tail lights.
Oh, that looks real good there.
Because they're just chrome, so I put some transparent red in there. And then after it dried, I put the UV resin on top and just cured it out with the UV flashlight. And Yeah, this camera hates close-ups.
I went to the Fulton Model Car contest or show this weekend, past weekend. I had my Canon with me, and I ended up using that to try doing a video because I didn't like with the GoPro, you can't zoom in on anything.
Yeah.
In order to see anything, you got to get it right up close to it. And I'm always afraid of hitting somebody's model or something along that line. So tried it with the Canon. Then started out a little rough, but I got better as it went on. I still got to go through and took in what do you call it? Microsoft's been loading up the computer with updates. Keep trying to put in this Windows 11 shit. And they took in they keep filling up my C drive, and I can't even run the antivirus on it right now because of all the stuff they put on there. And it won't let me do anything with the editing program I got for the videos.
All right, night, Mike. I'll see you later. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
I've already deleted everything that I can delete on there. I mean, everything else is stuff that actually runs the computer.
Yeah, I'm considering at the next MMBA car show that we have in March. I've got to take my big DSLR and some lights and have people bring their stuff to me to photograph rather than me try to photograph it on a table because the lighting there is so bad. I got to do so much photo editing to try to get the stuff. And then
when I went to the Allentown show there for the Halloween bash, I took and set up there and I took people's pictures and stuff. Sent them into the new auto modeler there, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Just set up a little light box and shoot anybody that wants their model shot, shoot it, and I'll put them up on the internet and they can download the pictures or whatever. Just so because it's hard for me to get. Then you try to get through. I've got a Sony Handycam that I could do video with, but it's so hard to do that. It shows, and then my phone almost takes better pictures than my Handycam does. But I set up my DSLR and take, because that's a small show. If they have 80 or 100 models or 100 models, that's a lot. That's a lot for them.
Right.
So that way I can just sit there and people are bringing models in all morning long. So if I run through and take pictures, then I got to go back 3 or 4 times to see which ones I missed that weren't there when I went to the last time. And the lighting sucks. So
you always got the guy that's it's easy to taking pictures and it stands right in front of you.
Yeah. Or they're all jumbled together, so it's hard to take a picture of one model, or you can't get that good angle on it. So that's what I had the biggest problem with. They have them so crowded together, some of them, that you can't get a good angle to take a picture of the model that you want to take a picture because the other ones are in the way. And if I do that, we'll set up I got one of those little T-Moves type light boxes, set it up and set my camera up, and anybody that wants the pictures taken, I'll take them. I can submit them to like Auto Model or whatever, but they probably wouldn't be good enough for them to use, but.
So that's why I'm waiting to hear back from them to see if they found them good enough to use them. See, I got started with the photography when was putting on the Syracuse Mini Nationals there. We kept trying to get photographers to come in and take pictures, and we couldn't get none of them. I took and said, okay, I'll buy a camera and I'll take pictures. And come a long way since then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not this one. This is my Fuji DSLR is what I use.
Yep.
That's what any of my videos, when you see the final car pictures in the video is taken with this one. Any in progress pictures are taken with my phone.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because so I have a hard time walking around the shows anymore too. I have to walk with a cane, and it's in the way, and then you're trying to sit it down and stay steady and stay out of people's way. It's hard.
Right.
I keep threatening to buy one of those little hover rounds and take the shows. That have a horn. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Beep 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 beep. The breasts are always huge. What are we missing out on here? We talking turkey or are we talking about something else again?
That's like the old commercial there from Purdue. Get an extra bite in every breast.
Yeah, I think they're talking turkeys. They're branding turkeys and stuff. You just fill up the bathtub, dump all that stuff in the bathtub. What my grandma used to do. 2 days before Thanksgiving, she'd fill up the bathtub with water and dump the frozen turkey in there and let it sit there for 2 days, and nobody could take a shot. You had to hope you could stay clean for 2 days. Or you had to take a sponge bath in the kitchen because you couldn't use the tub. You'd have all the spices and all that crap in there while it was thawing out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to live in a place we had to take and heat the water up and then take it upstairs to the tub.
Yeah.
Didn't have no hot water going up there.
Well, I remember her
Tub was in
house
the bit.
still had a only place in the till probably the mid 70s only had the hand pump in the kitchen. That was the only water in the house.
Yep.
You took a bath. They had the galvanized tub. You took your bath in, and you went outside to do your business out in the back.
Yep. We had an outhouse. I tell you what, in the wintertime, you didn't spend much time in that outhouse. You got in there, did your business, and got the hell on out.
Oh, yeah, she had chamber pots for the wintertime. You use a chamber pot, and you could get dressed up. And when it got full, you take it out and dump it.
I still remember the look on my son's face there the first time I told him that used to live in a house with an outhouse.
Yeah. Oh, we had neighbors when we lived on the farm. I know it was probably, well, when they died, it was probably 82 or 83, and they were selling their property. That's what they do. They had to go and put plumbing in it. It had zero plumbing in the house.
Right.
And that's just the way they grew up, and that's the way they were used to it. They had the outhouse, and they had the well pump outside, and you go out and fill the bucket up from the well pump. So at least Grandma had the well pump was in the house. It was still the hand pump that he had to pump it, but it was in the kitchen at the sink. So eventually, when they did, after she died, that's when they sold the house and remodeled it. They just used the same well pump, and they just put an electric pump on it and ran plumbing to the rest of the house. Sunk a septic tank out there. I'm sure they had to dig around 4 or 5 times before they found a clean spot to stick it, because twice a year you'd move that outhouse to a new spot. Take the dirt out of the old hole and put it in the new one, or put the new hole and put it in the old one. And you knew better than to stand too long in the places that had the extra green grass. You might find yourself sunk up to your knees.
Yeah, I'm going to get on out of here, man. You have yourself a good night.
We're about that time. It is 9:30 here, 10:30 for the East Coast people.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight, and have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll probably be around over the weekend, maybe pop in somewhere, Brian's or whoever has one over the weekend, and say we'll be over in the turkey trot. So check us out there.
That sounds like a plan.
Thank everybody.
You have yourself a happy Thanksgiving, man.
All right. Good night, everybody.